Hey there. So I want to do a little bit of an experiment here today. I want to try to see if I can merge my old style of working and my new style of working because I still have a lot of WordPress people that follow me that are in this still in the era of doing everything manually, and I want to see if I can help them, and I'm going to try to do it the most bare bones way possible, and we're going to see if it can work. So I'm just going to experiment with this and we'll see how it turns out. So if I come over here, this is VS Code. If you're not familiar, I have two now pillar pieces of content, my AI crash course, and then I have my Claude Code for beginners video. They're on the main page of my channel. It explains everything, but what I'm going to do here is I have an empty directory just called WordPress build. I'm going to trigger Claude Code. I don't know if this is going to work, to be completely honest with you. We are exploring right here. And I'm going to go into Claude Code and I'm going to say, first I'm going to turn on bypass permissions mode just there. And then I'm going to do Whisper Flow, affiliate link in the description. Say, hey, Claude, I got an idea here. I want you to, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it though. What I want to do is I want to build a WordPress website inside here of VS Code, and I need to be able to use Claude Code a little bit more directly. Now, I know WordPress has the abilities API. I'm not saying we actually have to do this within VS Code. That's where we're at right here, obviously. But I know there's like the abilities API now. There's a specific thing that like Claude Code can hook in more directly to building with WordPress. I'd like us to explore that a little bit and see what we can do. Off the rip here in my mind, I think we're going to have some trouble with anything page builder related because that's going to be in the database. But I think we could probably build some interesting things with in the block editor if we really wanted to. And I'd like to see how far we can take this so we can like see if we can help anybody or at least get people's minds churning with using AI more directly in their WordPress builds because there's a lot of people still building WordPress websites manually. All right, let's see what we can get here. Interesting. Okay. All right. So first thing, see, we already have some powerful WordPress jet engine tools connected to MCP. Okay. I don't know where this is finding this stuff because that sounds familiar to what I did. Right now we have a live WordPress site connected to Crocoblox MCP. I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. Like we do have something there, but that's not in this directory. Okay, this NPC and digital cloud sites. Okay, all that's good, but I'm not sure where you're getting any of that information from because that's not in the current working directory. I think that's in a different directory or something. Where are you finding all that information from? Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Okay, that's connected to a site that I was testing on. That's good to know. All right. Local working directory. There's obviously nothing in my working directory. Okay, I didn't realize that the MCP is just automatically connected. I mean, I did that a while ago. I didn't realize that it just stays connected. That's good to know. What I'm trying to ask you is, this is a silly question, but it's an interesting one. Is there any way, WordPress is an open source thing that you could just go out and you could just literally download, right? Don't do this yet, but I'm asking you, is there any way that you could just go out and download a new, fresh copy of WordPress and put it into this directory? Let's just start there. Yes, technically we could. WordPress is, but here's the catch. Downloading the files is the easy part. To actually run WordPress, you need a web server, obviously. Okay, yeah. WordPress doesn't do anything other than server stack. Okay, local. Yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, we could do it in, I have Studio, and then we could do that. Okay, I have WordPress Studio, which then you can open it up over here, which is kind of interesting. But I'm wondering how how that works necessarily, or not how it works, but how we could get to where we want to be. Do you know what? Can you do a search right now? Okay, do a search for the most recent information on Claude Code and WordPress. While it's doing that. Got a little bubbler here. Did a little testing a week ago or so with Brendan O'Connell and myself. We were going back and forth on some of these things. I've literally never used this other than one time. Why is everything disabled? What is going on here? Okay, this is just over in a thing. So I could open this. This is like a site in WordPress Studio. So we'll come back to that in a second. Claude Code WordPress Studio Guide. This is exactly your setup. Okay. Ah, okay. Interesting. Claude Co-work plugin. Turn conversation with Claude into a fully built WordPress block theme and deploys into Abilities API, MCP. Point Claude Co. Okay. All right, let's get tropical. Also, my fucking. I was trying to get what I was trying to do here real quick was I was trying to think about getting OpenClaw to build this website. I will try to do that at some point, but somehow I went into Telegram, which I've never used, and it's frozen. The account is frozen. I used it like one time. Let's get rid of some of this shit. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Why is this not working properly? Okay, so this is the local host. This is a WordPress website. So if you don't know WordPress Studio, you can go get WordPress Studio, download it, etc. Then you can bang, do whatever you want here. Assistant, I don't know what that is. Antigravity. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know what. I thought there was a Visual Studio button here somewhere before. Let's try this. Is this just going to automatically open in Antigravity? I don't normally mess with Antigravity too much, but I probably should start. It's literally a fork. I mean, I don't. Does it really matter? I don't know. Let's just play around here for a second. Let's see what we can do. Let's slide this here, slide this here. What are we working on here? What's going on with this? Now, this is Gemini. This isn't Claude Code. But when you're in Antigravity, you can use other models. I don't know if I set Claude Code up here yet. Antigravity is just a fork of VS Code, which is just an IDE. And then Gemini is another model, obviously an LLM. And the Gemini, they don't really have a real name for it, but the Gemini CLI or the Gemini coding agent is, I haven't used it that heavily because I've heard that it sucks. So, but I hear that it's like free, or not necessarily free, but like not that expensive in here. But like you can see, you can change the other ones. You can change like Opus 4.6, but I feel like I might have to do something if I wanted to get that going or whatever. Okay, what the fuck is it all doing here? Searched Etch Builder. Not sure why. That's interesting. Why did it search that? That's actually really interesting. Why is it searching Etch? Why are we searching Etch WordPress? Did I install that on here? Maybe I did. I don't think so though. That's really interesting. Can I go to the, I don't know. 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 Can I go to the, I don't know Admin. Oh, that's weird as fuck. Okay, cool. Why? Do I need to publish it? Can I do it here? I'm super confused. What are we doing? What are we maintaining? What is going on? Why is it? Why can I not go in there? How is it down for maintenance? What's happening? Maybe I should. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. I don't know when the fuck I talked to it about this. I don't know when I talked to it about that, but that's interesting. This is crazy. This is Gemini. I don't remember ever talking to Gemini about Etch, but I guess I did at some point. I don't know. Man, WordPress Studio, you are killing me, dog. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, didn't mean to click that. Could be too many things going on at one time. The fuck? Oh, kill me. What the hell is going on? No, I don't want the log files, dude. WordPress is not ready yet. Thanks. That's going to be gone. Okay. This is trash. So I think what we do here is I think I'm going to try to do this from scratch here real quick. I'm going to go add site. I'm going to say my dreamy website. Yeah, whatever. It's weird. We will rebuild. Is there some information about this? I know James just posted about this not too long ago. Right here. WordPress.com has a Claude connector. Okay, check out the WordPress.com Claude connector. Is this going to be a... What is this? Show me my latest blog posts. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is going to do for me there. I mean, I guess let me look at something here. I will bring it back on screen in a moment. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. So this is what I see. All right. So this is what they're talking about. Let me see here. So if you're here, if you're on Claude, and you go here, and you go connectors, Crocoblock, which I spelled wrong. These are connectors. I guess these are connectors. I guess connectors are CPTs. Or I'm sorry, MCPs. So I guess there's a ton of shit in here. Is there like a Canva one? There's like a WordPress.com one. So you go in here and you press connect. Tools. Can you just build something? So just the problem with WordPress. There's just too many. There's too many things. It would be cool if like you had like, you know, this is obviously not going to happen, but it'd be cool if you had like, how about the largest in the world? No. 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 I don't know why we're not taking advantage of that, but I guess they have to do it probably inside the things. About like, yeah, Webflow. I mean, I could try the WordPress thing. I don't know what that's gonna be like, but I don't think we need to do that. I'd actually rather not do it like that. I'll come back to that in a second, but that's the one thing, right? So this is running, but I don't, is it the same number? The same local host? No. So let's try this. Okay, 2. Let me in. Thank you. Okay, great. So that's familiar. Now I'm still pissed off. I thought for sure it said in this thing somewhere. It's not a big deal, but I thought for sure it said Visual Studio here once. But whatever. Okay. So if we're thinking about this is also a slight rant, even though if you watch this, you're probably going to be mad at me saying this. Everyone in WordPress like kind of fakes that they're a developer. Not everyone, but I'm saying like a lot of people fake like they're a developer. And like they think because they're back here and dicking around with this stuff, like they feel like a developer. I felt more like a developer in the last 3 months than I ever felt in the WordPress admin. Like I actually have to know, I don't have to know syntax, but I have to know how things connect to one another. I have to know like what different technologies are. WordPress is such an incredible abstraction, even though it's less of an abstraction like a Webflow, you're still fucking heavily abstracted in this admin thing. Like most people don't worry about database stuff. They don't worry about like any sort of, you don't have to worry about any sort of framework or language or anything because it's all built in just PHP and everything's like completely hidden from you. So it's just kind of funny when you hear people that are like in WordPress and they're so staunchly against the idea of building things with AI when they're already abstracted. And if they went in this other route here, like I'm about to show you, where like we go in like the file explorer, and then if I just went to this, if I went to a different folder here, then it would kind of give me a better overview. I could open an Antigravity, I guess, again. I don't know why. Let's try this again. I wish there was just okay, we're broken. That's cool. It's just funny because like I feel so much more like a developer because I'm actually in an IDE and dealing with this stuff. Okay. Slide. Okay, slide. Move. Dude, grab something up there. Come on. There we go. Okay, too much. Too much. Now I'm off the screen. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Authenticating. I don't know what the hell that. What are we doing here now? What are we doing here? Yeah. Okay, great. What's in this directory? Yeah. Okay. This is a WordPress website that is in WordPress Studio. It is obviously just blank like you see here. What I want to know and I want to explore with you is can we edit the website? Can we basically vibe design and vibe build this website from here? I mean, I feel like you're at least going to be able to feel like we're at least going to be able to build, like create pages and shit. Okay, I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Didn't ask me about anything here. Welcome to the PHP extension. Oh, premium extension. Okay, not feeling that. Do whatever you want, man. I don't fucking care. So what is it? All right. Dreamy vibe. Okay, did it do anything? Okay, I'm gonna try. Here's my plan, just so you understand how my thinking. I have the thing on the right, the thing on the left here, right, and then I have the site on the right. I don't want to touch anything. I'm just navigating over here just so we can see. I don't want to touch anything though. I want to see if it will literally do everything for me. All right. All right, how about you? Listen, here's the idea. I don't want to touch anything on the website. I have it open on the side of my screen just so I can see what's ultimately being updated, but I really don't want to touch anything. This is a experiment in how much work you can do for me, okay? So, I want you to do all this work. So, I want you to go activate that dreamy vibe, and I want you to and I want you to create some more pages for me as well. It's obviously not a great prompt, but the idea would be that you would have a sitemap, you would have some information that you potentially gathered with AI. You would gather context, you'd have AI create it, and then you get to this step. You give it a bunch of sitemap stuff, you give it some design inspiration, you give it all this stuff, and then you go from there. I just still think this is too much. It's abstraction, and then you're trying to pull the abstraction back, and it's just rough. Is there a way to bypass permissions in here? Let's see what happens. That's great. Okay, it's doing some random shit. I mean, again, this is Gemini, so results may vary. Might have to switch. Did it work? No, it didn't do shit. Did it actually do that? What the hell did you do? Did you do something? Considering just getting rid of this and just going over to Claude, because this setup would be, easy in VS Code. I mean, what the hell is it doing here? Why is it? Gemini's fucking weird, man. Why does it talk like that? Why is it talking to itself? This is news to me, guys. I've never fucked with Gemini like this. Is it talking to itself? Oh my god, why does it keep saying wait? I'm about to throw this shit. I'm about to just cancel everything I have Google. This is bad. This is ass, dude. My wife's on the phone screaming. Oh my god, she's literally screaming. Oh my god, what is it doing? Imagine this is like a real website and just like it's just destroying it with random stupid shit. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna be able to deal with this. Here's what I'm gonna do. While this just keeps going here, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna try to open. I'm gonna find this thing here. File Explorer. Okay, hang on that. Give me this. Wait a second. Maybe I can just dreamy website. Can you just open? I wish I don't have open with. What is it still doing over here? Oh my god, I'm just seeing it out of the corner of my eye, just running. Studio. Okay, what the fuck? Let's try open a folder. Dude, this is ridiculous. I'm never using Gemini again. All right. Yes, I trust the authors. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not saying anti-gravity is bad. Okay, real quick on this. I'm not saying anti-gravity is bad. I'm saying that I just tried it because it was the only button there at first, and I was just like, let me give it a shot. Gemini seems terrible. I mean, I don't know what the hell it's doing here. I don't know if it was doing anything. It keeps saying wait. I don't I don't know what's going on. Did it destroy anything? Um, yeah, it didn't do shit. All right, so we're done with anti-gravity. Thank you for your service. Terrible service. I'm going to go back to the old tried and true method here. Again, it wasn't even anti-gravity. I should stop saying anti-gravity because people say stupid shit all the time about that. It's not anti-gravity. That was Gemini. That was a problem right there. Purely Gemini was the problem. So that was the issue. All right. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, listen. This is a directory, as you can see right here. Okay. This is a blank WordPress website that I'm using WordPress Studio. Okay. The program, the application, it's on my computer. It's handling like the server, whatever the hell is actually going on there, just like um the actual like the accessible localhost situation. I have localhost on the side of my screen, and my goal here is to see how much you can do autonomously to build out some of this website, and then have me, I'll just like look at it over on the other side. So take a look at this directory, see what we have here, and see if we can do some stuff. Like, for instance, can you create a home page, an about page, and a contact page? Like, not even design them, but just can you create the pages? Can you set them up? Go. Was I not? Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's a little slow. All right, what do we got? Cannot validate since a PHP. Do I need that? Oh God. Oh, it did put shit in there. God damn it. Claude Code is so much better. I mean, it's crazy. I should try Codex, but I don't think I want to try Codex for this. I need to try Codex for like actually vibe coding something. All right, WordPress Studio with an SQLite database. Yeah, whatever. Dreamy vibe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. See, I don't understand. I don't understand why it's doing that. I don't understand why we have to do that. Can't the thing just, well, I mean, I guess, are the pages in the database? I got to understand this a little bit more. Wasn't here when they built WordPress from out of literal dirt, so I didn't, I don't know exactly the entire technical architecture. I don't know what the hell it's doing. But once I crack this, it's going to be exciting. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm even doing here, because I had it the other day. I had it make pages and shit. I just don't remember how I set it up initially, because I could have sworn it was a little different like 2 weeks ago when I tried this. This is my whole thing though, man. Like everything is in, like there's so much shit in here, and then it's like it's just crazy, bro. Bro, what the fuck are we doing here? All right, listen. Let's stop. Let's settle down for a moment, okay? First thing is that, yeah, that setup vibe PHP thing, that was from Gemini. Okay, I was over in Antigravity for a moment, and it was fucking everything up. Listen, let's just stop for a second and let's just talk. Are you telling me that there's no way for you to just automatically create pages because they're over in the database? Like, do we have to run a script? There's no way for you to actually just make this stuff happen? I want to try to give you a little more context. I am trying to make this an automated process where we can just vibe like we're vibing like we'd vibe an Astro site, for instance, over here in VS Code, but you have, the whole stack of the whole file system of this WordPress website, but does a lot of the data being in the database have like make this more convoluted? Let's just talk about this because you need to educate me because I don't understand why you can't just do this work for me. I don't understand. When you don't understand, you ask the AI. Everything's in the files. Yeah, okay, I know that. Yeah, I didn't need to be that simple. WordPress is fundamentally different. Pages, settings, everything like that is in the theme. Stop it. Stop it. Let me read. All SE and non-files. Okay, yes. I can't just write a file called that. Here's the thing. I can actually write directly to the SQL database. WordPress Studio uses SQLite instead of MySQL. And okay. Potentially just run that. Reason I didn't do that route is DB. There's some risk of getting slightly wrong data. WordPress has internal caches that might not pick up raw DB changes, but honestly, for creating simple pages, it would probably work fine. The table structure for post pages is well documented, straightforward. If you want me to try it, yeah, I want you to fucking try it. Yeah, listen, this is a test environment here. Okay, this is an experiment. This website here is not. It's literally obviously it's blank. I don't need anything. I want to see what you can do. Okay, so I can share it with my viewers. So let's experiment a little bit, but make sure you're telling me what's going on and seeing if there's any like cool things that we're able to do or any roadblocks. Did I get rid of that other one? Fuck. There was the connector. There's I don't know exactly what the abilities API WordPress. My wife is still screaming on the phone. Since the official announcement. Installing the abilities API. Okay, we don't want to do any of this. But I could. Is this? This is just the beginning. Okay. Dramatic. Now I can see the full picture. Okay. Active theme. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write directly to database. Okay. Okay, create this, set home as the page, and switch the... Okay, let's go. Do it. It's done. No need to run scripts. Wrote directly to SQL. Oh, okay. Okay, it's claiming that it's right. Let's refresh the pages. I didn't touch anything. Got something, boys. All right. Oh, that's dreamy. That is dreamy. Okay. Shouldn't be anything here. And then here, this should be switched. Well, that's pretty cool. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, listen, that worked. So just so I know for my notes and for the people that are watching the behind the scenes content, what did you do? All you did was we're in WordPress Studio. We have the WordPress Studio localhost running. We're in a directory here that has all that information. And you're telling me you just wrote directly to the database that is... I'm actually confused on where that's running or how that's running. Can you just elaborate on that? I don't really know the answer to that question. I don't know how this thing actually fully works. It's like it's just running. What are we doing here? Like, where's it? Where's that? Okay, come on. All right, so WordPress Studio Secret. Unlike normal WordPress setup that uses MySQL, a separate database, WordPress uses SQLite. It's a single file on your hard drive. It's sitting right there. Okay, cool. Great. That's my entire database. Every page, every setting, got it. Okay, so no server. Okay, what I actually did, I could see, I can use, couldn't use that. Okay, you could have prompted me to download it or whatever. Okay, it's part of the standard library. So I wrote a Python script, run, and then just inserted those in the database. That's it. No WordPress was involved in the creating of pages. No PHP ran. WordPress servers. Okay. So it literally just put that into there. And then you refresh your browser. Okay. Reason this works because SQLite doesn't have a locker process guarding. It's just a file format. Real project on your test site is WordPress normally runs validation, generates caches, fires hooks when you create page. The admin, we skipped all of that for simple pages. Doesn't matter. Like WooCommerce orders. Okay, well, I feel like okay. All right. So, I mean, I guess the first question is, all right, makes sense. Would it help if we installed or however the hell we need to do like SQLite 3? I'm not fully immersed yet in this idea of like installing shit into the command line. Does this have something to do with npm? Uh, I only know like you can uninstall and install things with commands via there. Is that like another situation? Would it be easier if we had that? Don't bother. Just a command line tool for poking systems, database mainly. It's totally separate from npm. I don't know what npm is. I got to figure that out. I mean, I know. I'll just say I don't know what it is. It's a standalone system that you install through what the chocolate? Okay. Well, we already solved the problem. Python. Okay. CLI calculator. Python is a full spreadsheet. Okay, we already have the spreadsheet. No point. Now that we've proven the workflow works, I edit theme files directly. I write them in the thing. How far can we push this? I can build out real page designs, add custom CSS, more pages to set up, all without ever touching WordPress admin. I want to keep going and actually make something look good. Yeah, I mean, I do. I've definitely already tried this. And I'm kind of skeptical. But all right. So yeah, I mean, I guess we just go here and yeah, I mean, let's go a little further. Let's do. Again. You're gonna be my worker, and I'm gonna be your director, your orchestrator. So I have the homepage pulled up right now. How about you make a modern, nice looking homepage for I don't know some sort of service based business, maybe like a plumber or something like that. Again, the content is important. It just needs to look modern. It needs to be good. And we need to use the Claude design skill. I know that you know what that is. But maybe I can put it in. Um, I'm pretty sure it's in the Claude, the global Claude MD folder or whatever, the .claude folder. It's called the front end design skill. I know you know what that is. Do not start this design until you know what that is and you've read that. If I have to go get it for you, I will, but I know that you can find it yourself. All right, so the front end design, there's all these fucking skills, and I'm trying to like map out because right now it's still the Wild West. You need to have it, and I feel like it should just be globally set, but apparently it knows it. I don't know where it got that. I guess it got it in the global. But industrial refined. We're serious professionals, not your uncle with a wrench. Block content renderer is limited. We'll be fighting WordPress's block parser. I'm going to take a smarter approach. Build the homepage design directly into a custom front page PHP template with real HTML and CSS. This gives us total creative control, and the theme file is the design. That sounds terrible. Because I think I know what it's doing there. I think I know what's going to happen here. I think it's going to, I think what it's going to do before it does it, I think what it's going to do is it's going to go in here Antigravity and Mark. I think what it's going to do here is it's going to go. It's going to. That's not where the fuck I wanted to be. This isn't even a. Oh Jesus. Oh no. This isn't even a. Is this not a block theme? That's not where I want to be. Wow, I don't think it made that's a block theme. Yeah, this is terrible. This is a bad idea. I mean, it's not terrible in a way because this is like how you should probably build shit, or this is how it was built before, kind of. And then we got drag and drop shit, and we got all these other things that added ease but abstraction, and now we're back to like building with PHP in this sense because it is the easiest way to programmatically create something. But it's not. It's probably gonna look good actually because it's not gonna have to fight against the block editor. Is I think what's gonna happen here. And I just keep thinking about this, and like this is the whole fucking thing for me. It's like you don't need to use the block editor. Just like you don't need to really use a page builder. Just you let the fucking thing code the thing for you in code now. Like I don't need to move the shit around myself. If I want to move it around, that's a nice to have, yeah, to move it around, I guess, after the fact. But I don't have to do that. I could just tell the thing to move things and change things and what have you. We should really be focusing on just making the LLMs and the AI agents understand us better rather than going back to this whole thing of abstracting away a bunch of shit and focusing on us interacting easier. It's no longer the play. Come on, you can do it, Claude. Yeah, I don't really know what the hell happened here. I think the first time I did this, I made this it made it a block theme. So it was FSE and it built shit it built stuff in the actual FSE environment. It didn't put the stuff in the pages. It put it in there because it was easier that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it's doing. It's just going to town. Okay. Okay, I'll do my best here. Let's see. Fuck me. Wow. I mean, Okay. Wow. Edit page. Nothing on the page. Important to know that because it didn't do it like that. It just made it like a template, and the template is like overwriting whatever's on the page. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to deal with that in a second. But the point is that, again, this is just kind of like telling you, like, this is built. This is not built. It didn't go in and build the shit in the block editor, which, again, if your UI is limited, why the hell would you try to build it in there? Like if your building environment is limited, you shouldn't try to build it in there. See, this is a nice website, but it's not like you built it. It's not like it built this in the block editor or with blocks. Because if we come in here, somewhere in here, I'll double check and then I'll just ask the thing. Yeah, this isn't even a block theme. Okay. All right, listen to me. So honestly, the homepage looks good. Okay. It looks good from a design perspective, like just looking at it and everything. But I need you to explain a couple things to me because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about here, but I want you to confirm. If a human went into WordPress right now, didn't have a page builder installed, didn't have anything, they would go in and they would create homepage, about page, and contact page. They'd create the pages. They would have a theme. Now, in our case, we already had this dreamy vibe theme that was here because Antigravity made it for me. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that that is one of the old style themes. Like the architecture of that is the old style theme. It's not a block theme, it's a classic theme or whatever. It doesn't have all the ability of full site editing that a newer theme like a 2025 or whatever would have. So that's one issue in a way, but I'm going to set that there for a second. What you did, if I'm not mistaken, is you obviously, well, I know you didn't do this. You didn't go into the home page and edit the page content. You created a template and you basically you're like overriding the home page in a sense, because the template that you created in PHP with HTML and CSS that looks good is just written in code. It's not created in the UI or exposed or shown in the UI of like the block editor, because that's not how you built it, right? So what you did is okay, but that's not how people are going to use WordPress today, because they're going to want to go in and they're going to want to be able to move shit around and do stuff, which it makes sense if you're building this for like a client or whatever. They would want to edit it. So confirm that what I'm saying is accurate, and then we may have to try another experiment. Like this was a good start, but we may have to try another experiment. So just confirm with what I said there. What I want to do is it's going to confirm, because I'm pretty sure I'm accurate on all that. And then it's yeah. I'm a genius. Then I want to either change it back to 2025 or create our own block theme and then see what we can do from there, because I don't want this to work like this. Like this isn't helpful for fucking anyone. If you're going to do this, you might as well just go build an Astro site, to be honest. Like why? I mean, that's I'm trying to think. Is that fair to say that? Is it fair? Is it fair to say that if you were going to do this, you should just go build an Astro site? I'm going to be honest, like kind of, because that's not a one-to-one, but like it's if you were going to do this, like you can't edit any of this, like, with your mouse, like when you're in the back, like like your clients wouldn't be able to edit this. Nobody would be able to edit this. So it's kind of stupid. Okay. Yeah. So create a fucking classic theme. Thank you, Antigravity. Useless. Okay. What did I do with the exactly right? Creating the templates, hard coded, completely bypasses everything. Okay. The real world problem. You're right. Looks like developer from 2015. Yeah. Build a proper block theme. Okay. That's where it's heading. Yeah. Use page builder plugin. Not coder. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. This is what I want you to do very specifically. Okay. I want you to create another block. I want you to create a new theme. I want you to create a block theme. Okay. Just name it like, I don't know. I don't give a shit. Some other theme. Okay. I want you to create a block theme. I want you to switch it and activate it. And then I want you to get rid of this PHP thing that you did, the template. I want you to get rid of that, because we don't need that anymore. But I want you to try to build, you know what? I want you to try to build the same thing in the block editor. Okay? But the thing is, I don't want you to build it in the full site editing situation. A normal human would build in the home page block editing experience, at least the main page content, right? The header and the footer, those are what are called, I believe, synced patterns. Maybe not, but they're basically, they're the equivalent of components. Like you need to know about all this in the WordPress ecosystem, right? So you would have stuff in full site editing that you would edit, but it would be like the index or the fallback or whatever would be the header, page content, and footer. And then a bunch of other, we'd have a bunch of other things, but we don't need to worry about that. So just try to do what I'm talking about here and see how far we can get, because this is cool what we just did here, but this isn't worth it. We might as well do this if we were going to do it how we're going to do it here, we might as well just do it in Astro or something, right? Like we're not getting the benefits, the fringe benefits of like what WordPress is right now. All right. Let's see what we got. This is pretty dope. Okay. Header and footer, those live in the block things. Let me read some of this. I don't see. I tried to do this, and I don't know if it's gonna be able to do this last time. Last time, I wish I could explain what it did. I could probably do it once it actually completes some of this stuff. But what it did before, that when I tried this like 2 weeks ago or whatever, is it created a home page. I got it to create pages, but I wasn't able to make it create. Um, I don't know. Maybe I just stopped before because it was late. But I wasn't able. It wouldn't actually make block. Okay, why am I explaining it? It wouldn't do this right here, right? It wouldn't go here. It wouldn't go to about. And then like if you're a human, okay, this is how you're going to handle this, right? If you're a human and you're bought into this is what you're going to do. You're going to go like this. You're going to go like this. You're going to go like this. It wouldn't do that. Like it wouldn't. Not saying it wouldn't show me that, but it wouldn't render anything here and build anything here. It would just build it, with basically with code, I guess. Or it, not even code, it would do it in the FSE environment, which is okay for the layout part, right? And the templating part, but not for the actual content, not for this, not for that part. That doesn't make any sense. All right, what do we got? Good, I can see the pattern, templates, I have a clear picture. Let me build a block theme, key inside template. I don't know if it's going to get this. All right, theme JSON, templates. Don't want the post title shown in the template. Okay, I don't know what that is. Create template parts. Yeah, template parts. Right, homepage content block, markup in the database. Writing the homepage content as block markup directly in the database. The content will show up in the block editor when someone clicks edit on the homepage. Okay, at least knows what's going on. Whether it's going to succeed or not, that's another story. Here's the thing, though. The question, well, I'll rant a little bit while we're doing this. The question is not, can it do this? It's really not. The question, like, it's absolutely going to be able to do this. The question is, do you want to go through all this? And emotion aside and tenure of WordPress aside, is this the right way to do this shit nowadays? And to be completely honest with you, the limiting factor before was that you only knew WordPress. The limiting factor now is not that whatsoever. Like I could have already in less time, I could have built a static website with Astro or some other fucking thing. Astro is just the big one. But like I could have built a website that looked just as good and functioned just as well with all of the same types of things that you're accustomed to with custom post type style things, relationships, filtering, all that sort of stuff. It's just static, so it doesn't have a database in the background, which most people building in WordPress don't even need. It's actually crazy how much I've learned in such a short amount of time. Like, so I don't know. The hair is tripping me up with the apostrophe. The here doc. Let me use a Python file instead. What? I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make this work because I have people that are still devoted to this ecosystem. And I don't have any qualms. I'm just not blindly devoted to WordPress anymore. Like from every single thing I do is going to be WordPress. That's just not that doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. Not with the way the tools are now, how much I know and how well I can continuously change these types of things and build this stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, again, just look at all the fucking shit in here. I mean, there's so much stuff like just loaded by default. People say bloat and all this other stuff. I'm not going to call it bloat inherently because the things that really bloat this stuff are what you throw on top of it. But that's just the point, is like when you start with a lot of things, it becomes easier to bloat it if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, activating. Cool. Let's see what's going on. If it did a really good job here, I'm going to be pretty impressed. If it did everything that I wanted it to do. All right. Okay. All right. It's telling me. Let's see what happens. Okay. I should have kept that. That was silly, but It obviously looks a little shitty. It doesn't look as good as the first one, as we can tell. However, 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 it did put it in the block editor. I still think this is silly to do it like this, but it did put it in the block editor. Copper line. I don't know why that's like that. Okay. And then let's see. Well, actually, I just can't. I still can't get behind it. There's so much wiggling that you would have to do here. Look again. This is this is the behind the scenes. Although I really want to post this on the main channel, but this is the behind the scenes thought process with all this, right? I mean, bro, like, why would you do this? Why would you put yourself through all this? Put like trying to build and force this shit into this thing. Like the fringe benefits are so crazy. I don't even let my clients, I would never let my clients even fuck around with this because it's not their problem. Like it's so silly to have them deal with this anyway. Like I don't know whose client is doing this right here. Like something like this. Whose client is doing this? Like taking this button, which I can't even fucking grab. Whose client is doing this? Who's doing that? Like that's not really a good idea. You know, there's nobody on the team that should be doing that. I mean, we could start, I mean, most clients, like 99% of them, like maybe in like marketing teams and shit like that, like, maybe, yeah, they're dealing with this stuff, but most clients, I don't think you should be letting them do that. So it kind of becomes like a different point. But just so you realize, like, look how nice the other one was because it had full access to HTML and CSS. It could do whatever it wants, style it however it wants. And then in here, now it's not designing it. I'll tell the thing directly. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me grab this. Let me throw it in here. I gotta press shift to get it in there. Hey, listen. So this structurally, the way that you did this, you did exactly what I wanted from you put it in the right, you put it in the actual homepage and I'm able to edit, like a client would be able to go in there. Like that works perfectly. But I need you to express to me and so I understand, this looks way shittier than the first thing that you gave me. And I know it's because you're limited based off of like what you're trying to do in the block editor. But I need you to be very specific with me where your hangups are and why it looks so bad, because it's like, I mean, there's colors that are incorrect, like the main heading, the main H1 doesn't have the right, like it blends in on the background. You just need to express to me so I can express to other people like where the hangups are here. Because in my purview, it actually doesn't, like, it seems so much harder to take AI like you're doing here via AI to go and jam information into a UI type system, like a UI first, like a how do I say it? Like a drag and drop interface. It's like you're building it into a drag and drop interface, so then I can ultimately edit it from there, which is a nice thing to have. Like in an ideal world, maybe that's the case. But when the product is not good, that seems like more of a con than it would, and more of a pain in the ass than it would be for me to just build this thing somewhere else, like in an Astro or something like that. I would be obviously losing a lot of the back end stuff, but I don't want to go into a whole headless thing or an Astro debate right now. I just want to stick to what we're talking about here. Why is this so bad? Tell me specifically what your struggles are when you're going in here and you're trying to put the shit into the block editor like this. We're creating quite a quite a web of knowledge in this space. All right. Looks significantly worse than the classic theme version. Well, I wouldn't say just because it's classic theme, but whatever. WordPress blocks are constrained design system, not freeform HTML and CSS. There's specific issues you can see in your screenshot. The H1 here is broken. Okay, yeah, that's on 2 lines. Da, da, da. You can't style half of it differently inside the thing. The italic copper text, plumbing done. No custom CSS, hover states, animation, and micro interactions. The classic theme had fade in animations on load, card stuff. None of that exists here in WordPress. Blocks have no concept of hover states. So when you're flat, okay. Typography control is crude. I use clamp for the stuff. Doesn't use that. Spacing and layout are blunt instruments. See, here's the thing. It's like, I'm not trying to go into like a WordPress debate here, right? But it's like, if this is the case, then you have to make a Steelman argument for using this. Like when you're like, make a Steelman argument for using this, even if like who should use this, right? If you had like a simple hobby website, okay, then go in there and do that, and you could do whatever. But you're gonna get constrained so quickly with something like this that when would it make sense to do this? And the thing comes to mind is like, okay, well, we're making big companies making websites for big agencies making websites for big companies with marketing teams. Cool. Does their website look good? How are we making their website look good? Is there a fuck ton of like extra custom shit done in the background? Which maybe there is. But like, how are you simultaneously making it look good, making it function properly, letting them edit it? And I'm not talking content. I'm not talking like content because we've done this before many times. Like, right, we can edit CBT content all day long. That's not what we're talking about here. There's obviously none of that going on in this yet. I'm talking pure design and UI, right? Am I confused? Are people letting their clients edit the UI? Or have I just been misinterpreting that? Are people building shit with this? Like letting their clients build stuff with this? Spacing and layout are blunt instruments. No SVG icons. The header lost its copper accent boarding logo styling. The block editor is optimized for content editors who want to move text and images around. It's not a design tool. It's closer to a structured document editor than a page builder. I didn't say it. Claude did. When I had freeform, okay, no constraints, total control. The block editor constrains me to do WordPress stuff. Okay, the gap looks between what looks good on web and what looks okay. Gap you're seeing the real answer for people who want editability and high design quality in WordPress is proper page builder like Bricks or Elementor. And they give you Croc. Okay. Look, yeah, I mean, I'm down with you trying to continue to fix this because like this would be kind of interesting in the spirit of experimentation. But I'm genuinely kind of confused. Like, I mean, I think there's big companies making websites like this for companies with marketing departments that handle this stuff. So are they? I mean, I'm assuming that they're in the back end block editor, moving shit around and doing different things. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're doing it with page builders or what have you. I don't know. I just, for the last 2 years, I've been told that this is a fantastic place to be. So are you telling me that you don't have the ability to make this look good? Like even if you tried really hard? Or what are the problems that we're going to run into here? I mean, you just told me the problems, but like what, like, I guess go ahead and try to make it better. But I mean, I'm confused on if you're constrained, how are you going to make it better? I was being too defeatist. Block editor can produce good looking pages. Big companies you're talking about, many of them are using the block editor. Issues in the blocks can't look good. I was sloppy on my first pass. I wrote block markup quickly and didn't fine tune it. All right, well, Claude, quit being a bitch. Come on. Being lazy. Okay. I genuinely can't do with blocks alone. Hover animations, card lift effects. I mean, there's probably like custom blocks, right? I wonder if this is, I'm sure this isn't making any custom blocks. That's a good question. But I mean, then we're gonna make. I mean, it's just silly. I just think it's silly because then you make custom blocks, and it's like, okay, well now what the fuck are we doing here? Why are we doing that? Let's just see how it works on the next pass here. Put our screenshot over here. While we're doing that, why don't we do a little duplicate here? Hang on a second. Let's go here. Hey, I want you to go out and I want you to search about all of the recent AI updates in the WordPress ecosystem, specifically the Abilities API, the Claude connector, things like that. I want you to research all of that. Go read the documentation, the releases, everything. And then I want you to see if there's an easy way, like based on that information, what are people saying that the current workflow for working in WordPress, like I'm talking like designing pages and building websites. What is the preferred workflow now that these newer things exist? Let's see what happens there. Should we go for a third? I'm wondering what else we can look into right now. Dashboard. All right. We almost done here? No. What did it want to do? Fix the hero section, proof theme, .json. Oh, I never looked at this. Let me see if I can see this real quick. Editor. And templates. Front page, index, pages. Okay, so generally pretty much the same. I mean, if you prompt it to do that, though, at least it did it the right way this time. You know, at least it did it as a human would, I feel like. So that was nice. It's the first time it didn't do that. All right, behind door number 1. I mean, mobile responsive. Okay. All right, I'll give flowers where flowers are due. Okay. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. All right. I mean, the menu still looks like shit, and that's a little weird up there, but that's whatever. And I'm not exactly sure why you can barely see this, but that's fine. I mean, that's better than it was, you know, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Refresh this maybe. See what we got. I don't need that autosave, buddy. I don't know how it did any of this. You know what I mean? Because like it didn't say it couldn't do some of it, and then now it did. But I feel like that's something that's probably really hard to do. Like, what did it actually? Text color surface white. I don't know. Where did it actually? Like, see, like, what if somebody came in here and wanted to change this? I don't even know. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's got to be some, like, custom stuff going on somewhere. I don't even know how that's... Just real quick, like, I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, you changed some stuff and did some things on there, but, like, how much of the stuff that you did there was really custom? Like, for instance, the H1, right? The design that you wanted to put there with that text color surface, like, did you just change that? How did you do that somehow in like some sort of global CSS or something? Because I can't see anywhere where you did that. If I go to that element, it just says text color is white. So, like as an example, how did you do that? Still actively researching. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, what? Look at that. Oh my gosh, wait a second, hold up. This is the other one. It deployed. Oh my gosh, subagents. Subagents. That's sick. That's awesome. All right, cool. All right, so the specific one, the block level setting. Okay. In the heading block markup. Oh, that's great. Somewhere no one's gonna fucking see. Okay, love that. Totally native, totally editable. Where's it editable? Where's that? I don't see it. Hmm? 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 All right, I want this text to be gray. Hmm? Excuse me? Excuse me. I'm trying to be polite. I really am, but I just hate this experience so much. Like I can't wrap my head around this. I get it in certain cases, but those certain cases are just so limited. I like the amount of effort that you have to fucking put in this, especially if I was doing this manually to make this a good experience is scary. I can't even wrap my head around it. I'm trying though. I'm really trying. Okay. So native block settings, theme.json. Yeah, I don't, bro. I just to put a bow on this. I have no idea where that is. Like there is one item. It looks like a heading item, and it's two colors, and I don't, and I see the color setting, and I change it, and it doesn't change. So what are you talking about? Like that's got to be somewhere else that like a client wouldn't be able to change that. Too generous. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes you gotta poke and prod the AI a little bit. Well, okay, what happens if I change it? Oh my god. All right, that's a nightmare. Yeah, that's a nightmare. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Maybe this is how people build. Maybe this is how the bigger companies build. I could just ask somebody, I guess. I have a lot of connections, but I don't even care. Like I don't want to do this. Oh my god. All right. Can we get back on task here a little bit? Let's think about this. We learned that we could just do the 2015 approach with the PHP thing. Looked pretty good. Obviously couldn't edit shit. We learned that we could do this, which we did. We did make some strides. Like this is actually at least structured properly, and it has access to all the different stuff, and it can do whatever we want there. But but now we have an issue where we're just limited here. So let me ask one other question here. All right, so we've figured out some things here. Let me ask you this question: bigger companies, et cetera, whatever, when they're doing this stuff. First question for you: did you only use native blocks that are native in the? I think you did. Just native blocks that you could just pull right out of the block editor, block library or whatever, right? I think you just only use those, right? Do you have the ability to, and would it help us if you created custom blocks? So then we have blocks that have more, um, that are more versatile, maybe that we could load in and then we could select, and then they have more things that they expose in the UI and that people could change and whatever. Not saying we have to do that. I'm just asking, is that like kind of the next logical step here? Probably is. Let's go over here for a second. Oh, we're still going. Holy hell, this is really searching stuff. Man, did a whole research report for final exam on that one. Okay. All right, let's see. Yes, only used native core blocks. Yes, custom blocks are absolutely the next logical step. That's what bigger companies are doing. Custom hero block that fits fields. Okay. Client fills in the fields. It's just I feel bad. I feel like I'm trying to weigh pros and cons on how to make this happen. Some honest situation, the blocks are JavaScript build step, the React components under the hood. We don't have Node npm available right now in this environment, so I could write all the block code, but wouldn't be able to compile and test without installing Node first. The alternative that a lot of agencies actually use from scratch is ACF and block registration, or plugins like Generate Blocks or Cadence that allow core blocks. So the question is, do you want to go down the custom block rabbit hole? I don't want to go down any rabbit hole. I'm just trying to do this I'm doing this for I'm literally putting myself through this specifically for you, okay? For you watching. That is in this realm. The problem for me has always been I am not a good designer. And as soon as I found something that could design really good stuff for me, I was totally hooked. So as soon as everybody was blowing up about Gemini being really good at designing front ends with Gemini 3 Pro, I was like, I'm not designing anything manually ever again. I'm not using any templates ever again. I'm just going to tell it what to do. And then Claude got the front end design skill, and now they're basically, even. And I'm like, why would I ever design anything again? Now, if you like designing and that's your skill, then okay, whatever, then do your thing. But I don't want to do this step. So I'd just rather, and again, if we're being completely honest, quick rant here. I know we're over an hour into this video. Quick rant here. Like, we're building websites, guys. Like, I mean, we're building websites. There's billions of websites. I mean, they're going to look similar. Like, it's not even a thing anymore. Like, that's not the determining factor is how nice your website is or how, like, unique it is. Yeah, you want it to look good, feel good, whatever. But that's not the thing. It's how well you're marketing. It's how well your messaging is. It's how personal you are. It's all this other shit. So it's like, everything is taken from inspiration. Even human designers are taking inspiration from other shit. The AI is no different. It's very confusing to me why we're not trying to do more of this. But then, to get back on point, now this is taking something that's really easy now and complicating the fuck out of it. So I'm just gonna ask the AI. That's what I'm gonna do. Listen, I really hate designing, and I am moving towards like AI first design work in these other platforms because of this. You need to try to persuade me, because I'm persuadable, but you need to try to persuade me that there is a way to do this where you can get a really good design that is editable by a layperson in WordPress that is better than dealing with some other situation like a front end through Astra and then the back end through WordPress or what have you. Like, is there any smattering of technical stack here that we could put together that would actually be better? And I use the term better loosely because, again, like, what does that actually mean? I mean, I'm still questioning that because we have, I feel like all I feel like here is there's so many dependencies. There's all the underlying dependencies that we don't know because they've already been abstracted away before you even touch WordPress because everything's like underneath it. And then now we have all these further dependencies because we're trying to, shove it into a UI and a builder and a block editor thing that we have to, deal around and mess around with. Not to mention that if the shit ever changes, we're totally fucked anyway. So I just feel like there's too many layers of complexity and abstraction here, to be completely honest with you. But I'm doing it for my viewers, okay? That are still devout. So what are we doing? Like, is there an option here that could make it so we don't have to design anything, but it creates really good designed websites that are still editable by a layperson in this block editor? Let me be real with you. No. I cannot. Clip it. Clip it. Shit. For what I do. Okay. But here's WordPress is for small business owners who doesn't have you. Yeah, okay, well, who doesn't have AI writing code? Well, I mean, it's debatable. I mean, it's never touch call. Okay, yeah, that's not. I definitely not advocating to call me for small things if you needed to, if you actually wanted to. That's a kind of a different question. Here's what I recommend: starter templates and pattern libraries. WordPress has a concept of block patterns. These are pre-designed things. Okay, get you. I can design those in the same care as a classic theme. Design is baked in. Good third-party block library, cadence blocks or generate blocks, add blocks. Okay, the one you already know is the answer. Astro front end. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to do that some other time. If you want to keep things WordPress, I'd say option 2 is the most interesting test. I mean, I don't have those. Are those available for free? How are we doing over here? Jesus, what are we doing, dude? Wow, this has taken a long time. But I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have sub-agents working. Wow. Okay. I just don't know. I'm still not fully sold on like how the second option, they bridge the gap between core blocks are too limited and custom blocks require React. I could install one of those right now and rebuild this page significantly more. All right, fuck it. I don't know. You know, honestly, I've heard of generate blocks and cadence blocks. I've never used either of them. But you know, yeah, if you want to try it, I feel like generate is probably larger. I actually don't know if it's larger, but I feel like I hear about it more. I didn't know that you could freely download either of them. So yeah, I mean, go hog wild on option 2 here. See if you can do something cooler. This is just crazy. Now you have this, and it's like, is it if you delete generator, you fucked there too? And I mean, again, I know Etch, you know, has this capability to a degree, but if you've noticed, I've only been in the block editor so far, and I could go, you know, cause myself some more pain here and see if we could do anything in the page builder game. But it should be able to read from the database, right? Right? It should be able to just read shit over there. Maybe we have a little bit of fun in the second hour of this. Let's see something here real quick. Let me go. Let me see if I can check this out over on the other screen here. Where's my account, dog? What are we doing here? Let me see here. I'm just gonna try it for the fun of it. Here, let's go boom, 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 boom. And what the hell is that? Claim it. What the hell? I don't know what's going on here. Downloads. Okay, that was weird. Download. Upload. Give me this. Okay. How are we doing, Claude? How are we doing, Claude, over here? Oh, hey, bing. It did something. I saw a little orange thing up there. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. A lot of stuff there we're going to have to look at. I'm going to try something real quick, though, too. I'm going to install the Etch plugin, and I'm going to install... Click below to claim your free Etch theme license. I don't understand that. I don't understand why. It's weird. Okay, not exactly sure what the hell is going on there, but all right. Haven't touched that in a long time. All right, I got to figure out this whole situation here. And let's go back over to the Monsignor Claude. You can watch that for a second. I'm just trying to activate my etch situation and go play around with that too. I don't know. Copy that. Paste, save, activate, maybe. Yes. Terrific. And let me download the theme real quick for us here, boys. She's calibrated there, bud. Okay, nope, never mind. That's not where you go. Okay. Theme, download the files. Okay. And themes. What is it doing? Oh, it's doing generate blocks for way more control. All right, I believe you. I believe you. Do I have to activate my theme? I don't know how that works. All right, cool. What are we doing here? All right, are we done over here? Yeah, we are. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so it did a bunch of research for me. Pretty cool. State of play. Fundamental architecture transformation AI of the last 6 months is not about plugin. AI structure can be built directly into WordPress core. Okay. And 6.9 for, okay, abilities API, new WordPress error primitive. All right, each ability, JSON, 3 ship, get site info, get user info, get environment info. Okay, that seems borderline useless for what I'm trying to do, but I could be wrong. I'm definitely possibly being I'm open to being wrong. Okay. Bridges the between Anthropics, Montex. Okay. Could be good. Could be good. What are the things that it can do, right? It's basically like it exposes some stuff that it can do, right? Didn't see anything there. Okay. Yeah, plugin experiments. Okay. First major CMS. I don't think that's true. Webflow is in there. I guess it's not a major CMS. I don't know. Oh, we can't write anything. Sick. Fuck. Okay. Developer preview terms. You can describe what you want. Claude connects to discovery interview. Claude generates a complete block theme. You deploy to WordPress Studio. I feel like I'm already doing that. WordPress big replace skills structured. Okay, I should find those skills possibly. That might be helpful. WordPress.com publishes a guide on Claude codes, vibe coding. Telex, I don't care about that. Elementor, I don't care about that. This is interesting. Talking to them. Emerging preferred window. What? Based on the researchers with discovery, scaffolding. Okay, that's or Claude code for blog themes. Well, I'm doing that. I mean, kind of gets there. You know what I mean? It gets there. It's just not my. I just don't love it. If you're here's the thing though, if you're still doing that, what I just did manually, you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to. But it's I like seeing things and then being like, would I actually do that? And it's not there, you know. But that might be a different issue. It's the accelerator, not the driver. Okay. Not sure what's going on there. All right. That was really cool. I really love that whole situation there. I need to figure out compacted. I need to figure out how to how to get this thing to ding when it's done. I heard you can make this thing like when you're working in two things, it'll be like ding, and the other one will be done. Behind door number 1, I'm gonna actually go like this. What the fuck happened? Boys. Yeah, not good. Yeah, so the styling is broken. I have no idea what's going on. It looks like shit. Yeah, that's not good. What's this look like? Mm. Mm. Oh boy. Attempt recovery. This is probably a weird issue. Because it's trying to just push the shit right in there. I'm honestly, I don't know, man. I was gonna try Etch, but I'm actually just totally disenfranchised at this point. Honestly, I mean, the first part did it was helpful. It was enlightening. But, if you're doing it like that and you're not utilizing AI in any way, you should definitely use AI. It could definitely get you way further. Also, I want to make a quick point here, okay? Because I get this pushback all the time from people about the AI bullshit, okay? So you're telling me that you would rather, if you're going to design something, you would rather spend 6 hours designing it than let the AI do it in 40 minutes or whatever, or dick around with AI for 40 minutes to get to where you would be in 6 hours without AI. You're out of your goddamn mind if that's the case. Okay. So you should definitely utilize the AI, even though it's not perfect. I'm a stickler. Okay. I point out edge cases. I point out inefficiencies and problems. But like if you aren't using it because it's not perfect, you're a loon, okay? Like, just go, like, at least save yourself some amount of time. Yeah, in like a year, maybe it's perfect or something, but are you gonna still bitch about it then because it doesn't like also tie your shoes when it's trying to do the design work? Like, what are we talking about here? So, I'm trying to explore this because I want to see it's not just enough to know that it's possible. You got to actually know how to massage it a little bit sometimes, right? Especially in this state. But yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I'm relatively impressed with the first part because again, I learned something here today too. You have to tell it to not put it in the FSE part. You have to tell it to put it in the page part, and it was able to do that. The problem is that we're operating locally here with that SQL Lite situation. So I don't know how this would work in like a full prod situation, but realistically, come in close. Uh, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. Like from a developer standpoint, I'm not telling you that I use a staging site every single time for like silly WordPress, like brochure websites. I don't, but I'm saying like the way to actually develop is develop locally, then push it up to GitHub, potentially even have it on like a different branch in your GitHub so you don't mess with the main thing. Have a Cloudflare or wherever you have it hosted, have like another deployment on your on not really a staging server in that sense, but like another URL so you don't have, you know what I mean? Like I have I have just become a developer in the last 3 months because I had to, because I'm learning closer to actual code rather than the layers and layers and layers of abstraction that we're accustomed to over here. Which again, I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's just like the reality of the situation. Like don't act like you're a developer. I never did, and I still don't even, but like don't act like you're a developer or act like this stuff can't help you when you're fucking 15 miles above the base layer. Again, somebody in here with AI is closer to being a developer than somebody that just messes with the WordPress admin. Just so we're clear. It's not a bad thing. It's just a reality. If you want to live there, that's fine. But realize that like the AI right now it's actually bringing you so much deeper into the project and into the technology, but you have to do less work in a sense. Like you have to do less manual work. You have to do a lot more thinking and question asking. But it's way better in so many cases, at least for me. Maybe that's not your personality. If it's not, keep doing your thing. A lot of good clips in this episode, in this video here. Okay. Requires both styles and object. I don't even know what the fuck it's doing now with generate blocks. I don't know what's going on. It's just having its way here. This has been an hour and a half. Should probably wrap. This is broken, right? For sure. Big time broken. Awesome. All right, not a good advertisement for generate blocks, but obviously it's probably my fault because I'm doing it via AI and just like shoving it in there, and probably not a good idea. I mean, I want to do this again. I might actually just leave this up and come back to my desk in another video here that I will film quickly, and you won't, like within like 30 minutes to an hour from now, but you won't see until whenever I post it. Because I do want to try this same experiment but if I can do it with a page builder, because I don't think that this makes sense. I will say though, again, even doing with a page builder doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because then who's going to edit that? Like your clients, I mean, I'm sure some agencies let their clients edit like Divi, Beaver Builder, Elementor, Bricks, whatever, Etch. Probably not too many people Etch, but I'm sure people do that. I've never done that. Like literally maybe one time, and I think the client was like, "Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't be in there." And I'm like, "I'll tell you how to do it, but you're not going to want to fucking be in there, bro." Like it's that simple. I don't even understand how people want to be in this block editor, to be honest. But it's just this is here's the thing. This is another problem to solve, and I'm not really strictly in website building mode anymore as an agency and as a service provider, because like there's just way more things that are more ROI positive than just websites. But here's the thing is if I am thinking about it like that, if I'm in just website building mode, I don't want to tell my client, like I don't want to, it's not their job to dick around with this. So I never understood that. Even at the higher level with the marketing team, I don't know. I'm not going to speak out of that because I've never dealt with a big client like that. Maybe if somebody else, maybe like the big companies know way more than me. It's very possible. So, oh fuck me. Okay, what happened here? All right. This actually looks nicer in some ways. I don't know what happened to the header and the footer, but we'll check us out and then we'll maybe skedaddle here. Let's see. Oh God, what did it do here? Okay, so these are all generate blocks things now with more options. Slightly more options? I guess. Man, this is exhausting. Yeah, I don't. It's just not my fave, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say. I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. Decent outcome. I don't know what happened. The problem, generate blocks use dual attributes. Every block needs styles and CSS. Okay, don't understand that at all, but I feel like I've heard of that as a thing. But again, long story short, if you use generate blocks and you use AI to build your shit, congratulations. But still though, I don't know. But the idea, I guess, is that okay, yeah, then they can just come in here and they can, woo, yeah, cool. Client moves shit. Nice. I don't know, man. I think the answer would be you would do this, you would build some patterns. They would be in your library. Then you have client come in here and just go like boop, 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 like boop, 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 like grab patterns or whatever and just drop them in. Now there's all these patterns in here, which I don't think were created by us. I'm pretty sure these are all like default stuff. So it's like, I mean, I don't even know what the hell happened there, but like I was put in the wrong thing. But I guess they could just bring these in. I have to really study this. And honestly, I don't have the time, energy, or care at all anymore to dive into this deeper than this. But I would be really interested to know like what actual these elusive marketing departments at these big agencies are actually using this, how they're actually using this, what their workflow looks like. I will have to ask somebody when I get the opportunity. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, man. This has been educational, to say the least. I'm somewhat impressed, mostly in Claude code, but I'm not surprised because, again, like this stuff is reasonably well documented. It's not like WordPress is some sort of like random thing that exists only in one corner of the internet. Obviously, it should be able to do all this stuff. It's just like, again, you're trying to create stuff into a UI situation that is constrained, and then it becomes a difficult situation because you're forcing it in there, and then You're forcing it in there just so your clients have a better experience, which most people shouldn't even be doing that anyway from a business standpoint. And then it just becomes a problem because now, like, if you're used to this, okay, that's fine. Like you can edit it or whatever, but then now you gotta mix. It's definitely a benefit. Like this is again, I want to stress this. If you're already doing this shit manually, you should probably be doing it this way. No doubt about it. I'm sure that this is going to continue to become more of a thing in in WordPress directly too. Like let's just look at one thing real quick. What is this assistant? What does this do? Build blocks with telex. Okay, yeah, I don't really care about that. But I was thinking like maybe I know there's already an AI website builder that kind of like does stuff anyway. It just again like it doesn't look good. So the limiting factor is the design system within the native blocks. It seems like from what I've gathered here. And if that's the case, then you're going to consistently shove shit into that, and then you're going to have to. I mean, maybe they're not actually designing pages, these marketing teams. Maybe they're just building like they're just dragging in blocks like patterns and stuff, which is probably the case. And if that's the case, then okay, that's fine. But I don't know. If that's the case, you could definitely speed your workflow up with this. But I'm just trying to think if it's like worth it. If it's like not even worth it, but like where that line is drawn or whatever. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just random thoughts here. I mean, again, this has been helpful for me. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. I'm gonna try to do it. Like I said, I think I want to try to do it with some page builders just to kind of see, but that makes less sense to me because if you're assuming you're in a page builder, I'm gonna say 99% of the time you're of the mindset that you're not gonna let your this is actually hilarious. You're not gonna let your client into the page builder. So whatever you create in the page builder is actually most important for you if you're gonna manually edit it later, right? So it needs to actually be, you need to understand it a little bit more because if you're gonna rely on the UI later, it can't fuck up. Like it can't make it hard to edit or like extra elements and shit like that, which I think has happened in some of my testing preliminary, like a month ago or whatever. So in that case, it's like it's less important for your clients, but it's more important for you. But I still feel like I don't need a UI because I'll just tell the thing what to do. But then on the client side, it might be even harder unless you're an etch because then you have you've no way for your client to edit stuff unless you build an etch and then it authors that stuff back to the block editor like this, which may be the best option if it all works and if etch stays in WordPress. So, but I didn't try that here, and I will try that. I'll try that literally in the next video. I might try it tonight. I'm sure it's gonna work. It's just again, guys, it's like I'm trying to see what works versus what like makes sense. It's like we can do a lot of shit that works. It's just like, does it really make sense for you to actually go and mess around with? So I'm trying to do this stuff to hopefully save you some time. So you can just watch this while you're doing something else instead of actually going around and digging around with this. But I love this. I love Claude. I love Claude Code. I love having these conversations. I love doing this stuff. Listen, if you want to know more about AI, crash course, resources, everything down there, the basics, everything. If you want that Claude Code video, it's also just published that literally today as I'm filming this. If you want to know more about not just this stuff, but AI in WordPress, like WordPress powered or AI powered, I always get this name wrong, AI powered WordPress agency, not just this stuff, more so like the whole process of running an agency, setting it up, your whole process, course in the description, go grab it. Would really appreciate that. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.